Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Namaste. Welcome to session 26 of the Sundarakandam learning series. Today we are delighted to start the fourth Sarga of Sundarakandam. By Hanuman's blessings, we have moved this far, for which we are very grateful. So to quickly summarize, Lord Hanuman, with great supernatural powers, managed to cross the ocean unfazed by the 100 yojana length. He crossed the three obstacles, Mainaka, Surasa and Simhika, and then he approached the fortress city of Lanka. In the third Sarga, we saw how he met and defeated the city herself, personified as Lankini. So through his strength, as well as first through his diplomacy, he tried to win her over. When that didn't work, then through his strength, he defeated her. That gave her the realization of who she really was. And then she told Hanuman, may you now have unfettered access to the city. May you have the ability to find Sita Mata and reunite her with Rama, which is your stated objective. May you achieve it. So now the chapter name is Lankayam Paribhramanam, roaming around Lanka. So as he's entered Lanka, you can imagine how he'd be super excited. Maybe I will see Sita Mata here, maybe I will see her there. He looks everywhere in search of her. So Lankayam Paribhramanam means roaming around Lanka. Okay. Atha Chaturtha Sargaha Lankayam Paribhramanam Sanirjitya Purim Sreshtham Sanirjitya Purim Sreshtham Lankam tam kamarupini. Lankam tam kamarupini. Vikramena mahateja. Vikramena mahateja. Hanuman kapisattamaha. Hanuman kapisattamaha. Atvarena mahabahuhu. Atvarena mahabahu prakaram abhipupluve. Prakaram abhipupluve. Line by line. Sanirjitya purim sreshtham lankam tam kamarupini. Sanirjitya purim sreshtham Lankam tam kamarupini. Vikramena mahateja. Hanuman kapisattamaha. Vikramena mahateja. Hanuman kapisattamaha. Atvarena mahabahuhu prakaram abhipupluve. Atvarena mahabahuhu prakaram abhipupluve. Prakaram abhipupluve. Break it like that. Okay? Together. Sanirjitya purim sreshtham Lankam tam kamarupini. Vikramena mahateja. Hanuman kapisattamaha. Atvarena mahabahuhu prakaram abhipupluve. Okay, able to chant? Okay, now we will see the meaning. The verb of this verse, which has three parts, is abhipupluve. Pupluve, leap over. He leapt over, lit lakara, which means it happened long ago. So long ago that we don't know when it happened. It was really long ago and we can't see the past. Okay, that is lit lakara. Abhipupluve, securely left over, nicely left over. Who left over? The hero of our story. Kapisattamaha, Mahatejaha, Mahabahuhu, Saha Hanuman. This is the Kartripadam. What is the Kartripadam? Hanuman. Hanuman is described in various adjectives. What are the adjectives? Kapisattamaha. We have seen this adjective many times before. The greatest among the monkeys. Mahatejaha. One with great effulgence. Mahatejaha. Mahabahuhu. One with mighty shoulders. Okay. Saha Hanuman. So both his intelligence as well as his physical strength is denoted by the two adjectives Mahatejaha, which denotes intelligence, knowledge, and Mahabahuhu, which denotes physical strength. So Hanuman, what did he do? Kabarupinim Sreshtham Tam Lankam. This is the object. Lankam. Lankam, that's the city of Lanka. Described by two words. Kamarupini, Sreshtham, Tam, Lanka. Kamarupini, one who can attain any form at will. We have just seen Lanka took the form of Lankini, came in front of Hanuman. So the city here is described as that which can take any form at will. So it's almost as if Valmiki is visualizing the city, not just as Lankini, but as any form that it desires to choose. Okay, it could take wings and fly if it chose to. Sreshtham Undataha, that which is great. Tam Lanka, excellent. Okay, Tam Lankam, that Lanka. Vikramena Nirjitya, having won with valor. Vikramena, with valor. Nirjitya, having won over. What did he do? Advarena Prakaram Abhipukluve. Advara, Dwara, door. Advara, not a door. Where will the door be? At the front of the house. Here, where is he entering? Not from the door, back entrance. Okay, from behind. Advarena. Prakaram means the high wall, the rampart, the high walls of the city. The fortress city was fortified by tall walls. The tall walls which fortify the city are called Prakara. So that Prakara Abhipukluve, he leapt over the rear wall of the city. Remember, he entered through the northern entrance of Lanka. While entering through the northern entrance of Lanka city also, he did not take the main gate. From the northern entrance, from the back side of the northern entrance, he leapt in through the outer walls. Why did he so leap in? The Kataka commentary? Kataka commentary is an old commentary, is an ancient commentary which is referred by the other three main commentators also. The Kataka commentary says that anyone who is desirous of bringing defeat to the enemy will enter through the back gate. In the last class also, I think I told the story of how Krishna and the Pandavas, when they wanted to defeat Jarasandha, they did not enter through the front gates of the capital city, but they entered through the back entrance only, same way through the back entrance. Tilaka commentary also quotes the same, and Kataka says that as per Niti Smriti, this is how an enemy should be approached. So, and also the Dhwani here, the thing which is implied here is, because he entered undetected in this manner, Lankini's defeat at his hands was not known to the Rakshasas guarding the fortress city. Without, bypassing their notice, he managed to enter. And they did not know of Lankini's defeat at all. So this is the Dhwani here. Dhwani means implication. This is the implication of this particular verse. So I hope the meaning is clear. I'll move forward. So he's now entered to the back gate. Let's see, back the wall. Let's see how he enters. Pravishya nagarim lankam, pravishya nagarim lankam, kapirajahitankarah, kapirajahitankarah, chakretha padam savyancha, chakretha padam savyancha, chakretha, that avagraha symbol we don't have to pronounce. We just say chakretha padam chakretha padam savyancha, shatrunam satumurdhani, shatrunam satumurdhani, pravishya nagarim lankam, kapirajahitankarah, pravishya nagarim lankam, kapirajahitankarah, chakretha padam savyancha, shatrunam satumurdhani, chakretha padam savyancha, shatrunam satumurdhani. Together, whole paragraph. Pravishya nagarim lankam, kapirajahitankarah, chakretha padam savyancha, shatrunam satumurdhani. Clear? Suti, it's clear to you? Okay, good. Now let's look at the meaning. What did he do here? The verb here is chakre. Chakre means what? He did something. Here it is the action of placing. Chakra comes from kra dhatu. Kra means to do. Here the meaning is to place. What is he placing? Kapiraja hitankaraha saha. Saha means Hanuman. He. He is described here as Kapiraja hitankaraha. Who is Kapiraja? Who can tell me?
Sugriva.
Sugriva. So Sugrivasya hitankaraha. One who wants to do and one who does good for his king. One who does good to achieve the objectives of his king Sugriva. So here Sugriva, this brings to mind the promise made by Sugriva to Lord Rama that he will send his Vanara Sena and somehow find Sita. So Hanuman's goal is aligned to his king's goal. Okay, to find Sita. So Kapiraja Hitankaraha Saha Lankam Nagarim Pravishya. Having entered the city of Lanka. How did he enter? Atha. Then Shatrunam Murdhani. Shatrunam of the enemies. Murdhani on the forehead, the top of the head. Savyam Padam Chakre. He kept his left foot. So to leap over the wall, he kept his left foot and leapt over the wall. And here Valmiki is comparing the act of entering Lanka Prakara through the left foot, with the left foot, to stepping on the head of the enemy, literally defeating the enemy. The very fact that he entered with his left foot signifies defeat of the enemy. It was as if he placed his foot on the head of the enemy. Okay, so this, again, Kataka and Tilaka commentaries say that when the left foot ought to be first placed when you enter the enemy city. Okay. And Dharmakotam commentary also quotes from, there are three important smritis. Do you remember any smriti names we keep quoting in class? Manusmriti. Very good. And then there are some Dharma sutras like Apastamba Sutra, right? We all say, when we say Yajushakha Adhyayi, we say Apastamba Sutra, we study like that, we say, Apastamba Sutra, Gautama Sutra. All these sutras and Dharma Shastras say that when you start for a wedding or a Griha Pravesha, or when you go for any auspicious thing, for example, when you welcome a bride to a new house, she will have to place her right foot first. Or when you enter for a Griha Pravesha, if you enter a new house, you have to place your right foot first. But when you enter an enemy's house, you should place your left foot first. Okay, so this is the Dharma Smriti's diktat. So, according to the Dharma Shastra, we know that he is a Dharmagyaha, he knows Dharma, he knows the rules of conduct. So, accordingly, he places his left foot on the prakar. There is a quotation from Brihaspati. It says, Prayana Kalecha Griha Praveshe. When you undertake a journey also, Prayana Kalecha Griha Praveshe, Vivaha Kalepi. At the time of Vivaha also, Dakshinangrim, the right foot has to be placed. Kritva agrataha, having done so, Shatrutpura Praveshe, when entering the enemy territory, Vamam Nidadhya Charanam Dripalaha. A king will use his left foot to enter the enemy's territory. Okay, so this is Brihaspati Sutra. So from there he quotes, who Tilaka quotes in his commentary and says that according to Dharma Shastra, Hanuman used his left foot to enter the city. I had mentioned this in passing. Even when he entered the fortress city, Lanka's very fortress, I had mentioned it in passing a couple of classes ago. He used his left foot only to enter. But here it is explicitly stated, when he entered the city, he uses his left foot. Any questions of the meaning? Did I go too fast? प्रविष्ट सत्व संपन्नो निशायां मारुतात्मजः समहापथमास्याय. Okay, I don't know if I changed it to the chanting file, but I think I chanted it correctly. Samahapatham asthaya. Please change it in Giri book also. It is not asyaya. Asthaya makes sense, placed. So please change it in Giri book also. This is one of the few rare cases where even Giri book meaning has word has to be corrected. Asthaya. I don't know if it's there correctly in Gita Press. Asthaya. Asthaya is the right word. Asthaya means placing. Asyaya means for the face. Okay. Asya is in female form of the face. That also doesn't make too much sense. So Samahapathamaasthaya. Samahapathamaasthaya. Mukta pushpa virajitam. Mukta pushpa virajitam. Pravishta sattva sampanno. Nishagyam marutatmajaha. Pravishta sattva sampanno. Nishagyam marutatmajaha. Samahapathamaasthaya. Mukta pushpa virajitam. Samahapathamaasthaya. Mukta pushpa virajitam. Together. Pravishta sattva sampanno. Nishayam marutatmajaha. Samahapathamaasthaya. Mukta pushpa virajitam. For those of you who want to know what takara to put here, it is tha, badi tha, not choti tha. Asthaya. Okay, in English, A-S-T-H. Okay, so let's see the meaning. So please correct it in your Giri book. Asthaya. Sattva sampannaha saha marutatmajaha. Kartripadam. Okay. Sattva sampannaha. One endowed with strength, energy, sattva guna. Saha. He. Marutatmajaha. Son of Vayu. Nishayam. In the night. Mukta pushpa virajitam mahapatham. Mahapatham. Main road. Main road is described with the adjective Mukta Pushpa Virajitam. Virajitam, resplendent. Mukta Pushpa. It is a kind of jasmine. Certain literal translations, including the Vebolim Ramayana, uses the word flowers of pearls. Doesn't make sense. Mukta Pushpa is a kind of jasmine. So Mukta Eva Pushpani Asya iti Mukta Pushpa. Mukta Pushpa. So Mukta Pushpa Virajitam. Like the jasmine flowers. So it was essentially what was there on the sides of the road. There were many jasmine shrubs. You see how the jasmine usually flowers in the evening, right? So when he was walking on the main road, the flowers had fallen on the road. And the road appeared white and resplendent with the fallen jasmine flowers. That's the meaning here. Mukta Pushpa Virajitam Mahapatham. Asthaya. Having made his way, having entered. Having made his way, Pravishtaha, having entered, both the words are there. Pravishtaha, having entered, Tataha Kapihi, then Hanuman, Tam, Ramyam, Lankam, Purim, Abhiyayav. That, Ramyam, charming, Lankam, Purim, Lanka city, Abhiyayav, went into, entered, went. Okay, so the meaning here is, having leapt over the backside prakara of the fortress city, Hanuman made his way to the main road. How was the main road? Decorated with fallen jasmine flowers. Having reached this place, he now entered Lanka. He made his way around Lanka. This is what is the meaning here. I hope the meaning is clear. Any questions, please ask. Even word by word, if you want to stop and ask, please do.
Ma'am, what is the word for jasmine, ma'am? Sanskrit here.
Muktaha iva pushpani asya iti. There's a bahuvrihi samasa happening here. Jasmine is not overtly named. That which has flowers like pearls is the vigraha. What flower usually flowers like a pearl? Jasmine, no. So in common parlance, it is used, the word mukta pushpa is used to refer to jasmine. That is why mukta pushpa means jasmine. Rupaji, next time raise your hand, okay? That way I'll definitely see you. Rupaji, please ask. You're on mute, yeah.
Ma'am, my question is not related to this particular stanza, ma'am, but for me, like the way the things are going, Hanuman is already assuming that Sita is there in Lanka and he's trying to find her. So for me, like, how does he know that she's in Lanka? Because he's just, for me, I was in the assumption that he's just started to search for Sita. But how does he know she's exactly in Lanka? Because everybody goes in for, like, the Vanara Sena goes in different directions. Hanuman comes towards the south direction, Lanka. So,
I told the
at this
story in the
point,
beginning of the class. I'll tell you again. When they were ready to cross, when they were going in the southern direction and they had no success, and they had reached practically the southern tip of India, they were very upset. All the monkeys, they were fasting unto death. Angada and the other monkeys sat down and said, "We cannot face Sugriva with defeat on our hands. So we will face death." So they all sat down to fast into death. At that time, they met Sampati, the brother of Jatayu. Okay, and he told them that Sita was carried in Pushpaka Vimana in the direction of Lanka. Then came the whole endeavor to cross Lanka. So basic knowledge of whereabouts was there, but he did not know where in Lanka, and he certainly did not know whether she was alive or not. That is why he keeps getting all these doubts. And we see, in the second chapter, first chapter ending, not first chapter ending so much, but second chapter, the reason why Valmiki took so much time was to actually discuss Hanuman's state of mind. Second chapter didn't move fast. In a modern telling, we would have finished it in 3 or 4 stanzas. But Valmiki took so many stanzas to cover Hanuman's state of mind. First, still doubt, lack of confidence, and then cogitation over it. Will I be able to do this? Even Rama cannot do this. How to even reach here? And then finally, what does he say? It doesn't matter. When I know whether Sita is living or not. Yadi sa jivati vanava. This is what he says. Till I know that, let me not worry about how to get here to rescue her. Let me go do my work. Even in the third stanza, little bit of doubt. So every time he keeps having doubts. So the doubts are there, but the whereabouts basically that she's in the southern direction, Lanka is known because of Sampati. Okay, clear, no? Okay. Priyaji, your hand is raised.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, two things, ma'am. One is this Mukta Piyusha Varshaihi we have learnt in Vishnu Sahasranamam. So there we have it is the Amrita
Raining
is
pearls.
pouring.
He's
It's
raining pearls
raining
of Amrita.
pearls.
So there
Yeah.
the equation is not between flower buds and the mukta, but there the equation is between Amrita droplets and pearls. So pearls
Okay.
are used as a common point of comparison. Whether Vishnu Sahasranamam, Mukta, Pushpai, that there also this one is references to the Amrita. Here the
Amrita.
reference to the flower, because Vigraha Vakya is given in the traditional commentary. Mukta iva pushpani asya iti. Because every
Okay.
time in English commentaries, especially in English translations, usually Vebulum is fail safe. It will be correct.
Okay.
But even there, I saw the word flowers of pearls, and I knew that nothing like flowers of pearls exist.
Okay, ma'am. So I feel that
pearls
that
exist, bamboo pearls exist, but suddenly saying flowers of pearls didn't make sense. Obviously, in the
okay.
traditional commentary, you have the Vigraha Vakya. No? Vigraha Vakya means what? Expanded form. And you know
Oh,
what
okay,
they're
understood. But it is like something elevated in a very higher state of something very rich is welcoming
yes.
Hanuman. Now only it's like that, no? The whole
Correct,
thing,
correct.
like the
In
road
fact,
is
you'll
strewn
keep
with
seeing all that. Yeah, you'll keep seeing all the
everything is like that.
a lot of
It's very
auspicious
nice.
things you'll keep saying. Yes, true, very true. Okay, so we'll move forward. No questions. Okay. Then leave a shloka. Oh, I actually told the first shloka ka line ka anvaya happily along with the previous shloka. I'm so sorry. Let me teach it. And nobody asked me this. How come? You all also assumed I was right. Okay.
Ma'am, I was wondering, you're using words which are not in the shloka.
Thank you.
You just said it once.
Yes, I just quickly told it also. I took the words from this abhyaya. I needed the verb, no? So I took from the next shloka. I'll teach it now as 3 lines. We'll just learn it together. First 2 we'll chant it together, then third one we'll chant it. Pravishta sattva sampanno nishayam marutatmajaha sapa mahapathama mukta pushpa virajitam. I got distracted by that asthaya and therefore I lost track. Tatastutam purim ramyam. Tatastutam purim ramyam. Lankam abhiyayau kapihi. Lankam abhiyayau kapihi. Again I'll repeat. Tatastutam purim ramyam. Tatastutam purim ramyam. Lankam abhiyayau kapihi. Lankam abhiyayau kapihi. We move forward. Hasitotkrishtaninadaihi. Hasitotkrishtaninadaiस्तूर्य. Visarga will become sakara. Hasitotkrishtaninadaiस्तूर्य घोषपुरस्सरैः. तूर्य घोषपुरस्सरैः. Line by line. ततस्तुतां पुरीं रम्यां लङ्काम् अभिययौ कपिः. ततस्तुतां पुरीं रम्यां लङ्काम् अभिययौ कपिः. हसितोत्कृष्टनिनदैस्तूर्य घोषपुरस्सरैः. हसितोत्कृष्टनिनदैस्तूर्य घोषपुरस्सरैः. I see some of you struggling with the mouthful. I'll again go slowly. हसितोत्कृष्टनिनदैस्तूर्य घोषपुरस्सरैः. Once more. हसितोत्कृष्टनिनदैस्तूर्य घोषपुरस्सरैः. Once more. हसितोत्कृष्टनिनदैस्तूर्य घोषपुरस्सरैः. Rajiji, following the chanting? You looked a little confused. No.
Yes, ma'am.
Repeat after me. Hasitotkrishtha.
Hasitotkrishta. Is it Krishta or
Krishta. Krishta. Utkrishta.
Okay.
Hasitotkrishta.
Hasitotkrishta.
Ninadaisturya.
Sorry, ma'am.
Ninadaisturya.
Ninadaisturya.
Ghoshapurassaraihi. Ghoshapurassaraihi.
Ghoshapurassaraihi.
Okay.
Can I, ma'am?
Please chant.
Hasitotkrishtaninadaistūrya
Saraihi.
Purassaraihi.
Mm.
Thank you.
Yeah. Tomorrow anyway we'll be releasing the chanting guide, so please hear and learn. Next shloka also we'll take for the Anvay. Vajrankushanikashaischa. Vajrankushanikashaischa. वज्रजालविभूषितैः. वज्रजालविभूषितैः. गृहमेदैः पुरीरम्या. गृहमेदैः पुरीरम्या. बभासे द्यौरिवाम्बुदैः. बभासे द्यौरिवाम्बुदैः. बभासे द्यौरिवाम्बुदैः. Line by line. वज्राङ्कुशनिकाशैश्च. वज्रजालविभूषितैः. वज्राङ्कुशनिकाशैश्च. वज्रजालविभूषितैः. गृहमेदैः पुरीरम्या. बभासे द्यौरिवाम्बुदैः. गृहमेदैः पुरीरम्या. बभासे द्यौरिवाम्बुदैः. Together. वज्राङ्कुशनिकाशैश्च. वज्रजालविभूषितैः. गृहमेदैः पुरीरम्या. बभासे द्यौरिवाम्बुदैः. Now we take from the fourth shloka, last line, the second line. Hasitotkrishtaninadaihi turya ghosha purassaraihi. And the next two lines. Okay. Vajrankushanikashaischa vajrajala vibhushitaihi grihamedai puriramya babhase dyaurivambudaihi. Here the verb is babhase. It shone brightly. Now here, he is now inside the city. He's seeing many mansions around the city. He now describes the mansions. What are the sounds and the sights that he sees, hears and sees? Hasitot Krishta Ninadaihi. See from the previous shloka, second line. Hasita Utkrishta Ninadaihi. Hasita, people laughing. Utkrishta, loudly. Ninadaihi, with the sounds of. So with the sounds of loud laughter. Turya Ghosha Purassaraihi. Okay, reverberating everywhere. Purasara means everywhere nearby. What was there? Turya Ghosha. Turya refers to musical instruments. Ghosha is always used for that deep reverberating sound. So with the deep reverberating sound of musical instruments everywhere. So you're seeing all auspicious things welcoming Hanuman. As Priyaji rightly pointed out, jasmine flowers, musical instrument sounds, people laughing happily. And then description of this one. So Vajra Kusha Nikashaihi. Vajrakusha Nikashaihi Grihamedaihi we can take, or Vajrajala Vibhushitaihi we can take. Two commentators do it in two different ways. These two words, Vajrakusha Nikashaihi and Vajrajala Vibhushitaihi, are taken as first adjective and second noun, or it is taken as Vajrakusha Nikashaihi and Vajrajala Vibhushitaihi are both adjectives for Grihameda. Okay, what is Grihameda? First we'll see, then we'll see the other two. Grihamedahi refers to simply shreni of houses, collection of houses, not just one or two, but many houses. How were they? Vajra Jala Vibhushitaihi. They were with diamond latticed windows. Jala refers to latticed windows. What were the lattices made of? Vajra Jala. Vajra means diamond. So with diamond latticed windows. The second word, Vajrankusha Nikashaihi cha. So Vajra refers to diamond, Ankusha refers to gold, Nikasha means like. So if you are taking it as an adjective for the diamond lattice windows, they had sharp pointed tips like Ankusha. How does Ankusha look? Sharp instrument which is used to goad an elephant. So how do the windows look? You see now when you want to enter some high security house, say our CM's house if you want to enter. On top of the window, what will be there? Lattices or this jalis to protect, and then on top of it there will be sharp pointed things preventing monkeys and other beings from entering. No, same way Vajra Ankusha Nikashaihi, there were the stoppings on the Vajra windows, so they were meant to keep away unwanted intruders. So that way we can take it as an adjective for the window, or if we take it for the houses themselves, the houses were shining brilliantly like diamond ankushas. They were also sparkling like the diamond ankushas. That's the meaning. Ramyapuri, that beautiful, charming city. Ambudaihi Dyauriva Babhase. Again, comparison here. Dyauriva Upama Alankara. Iva means like. Like what? Ambudaihi Dyauhu Iva. Ambudaihi means with clouds. Dyau refers to the sky. So, like how the sky looks beautiful with white clouds, Lanka in the night time when it was dark was shining with beautiful white mansions and ringing out with the sounds of laughter and the sounds of musical instruments, and the whole place shone brilliantly with diamond latticed windows and diamond ankusha tipped windows or diamond ankusha tipped houses. Okay, so this is the description given of the house. So all these auspicious sounds indicate that at that point of time, Sita Devi was there in Lanka. Only when Shri is there, only when Ambal is there, will there be so much of auspiciousness and so much of laughter and so many good things also, right? There is another small difference in the commentary here in Vajra Ankusha Nikashaihi. Since it is different from this Anvaya so far, I'm now explaining. Just try to understand. Bhushanakara commentary. What does he say? Vajra Ankushaha yasya saha Vajra Ankushaha. So one who has Vajra Ankusha, one who has a diamond Ankusha. Okay. Who's the one who you think, which elephant do you think befits a diamond Ankusha?
Airavata.
Airavata, exactly. So like how Airavata, so this Vajrankusha refers to Airavata. Vajrankusha Nikashaha, like Airavata. What is the point on which you can draw a comparison between Airavata and those houses? Whiteness. So they were glowing white like the shining Airavata. This is the meaning given by Bhushanakara. It's a different meaning from the others, which is why I'm separately explaining it. The Vebolium commentary says that it is strong like diamond ankushas. The houses were strong, well fortified. That is a standard accepted meaning. Bhushanakara has a slightly. Okay. So now if the meaning is clear and the chanting is clear, I'm moving forward. If I'm going too fast with the meaning, please ask me to repeat. Any word that you don't understand, please ask me to repeat. Prajajwalapuri Lanka, Prajajwalapuri Lanka, Raksho Gana Grihai Shubhaihi, Raksho Gana Grihai Shubhaihi, Sitabhra Sadrishaischchitraihi, Sitabhra Sadrishaischchitraihi, Padmasvastika Sanstitaihi, Padmasvastika Sanstitaihi. Next shloka also, we take the first line to complete the meaning. Vardhamana Grihaischapi, Sarvatah Suvibhushita, Sarvatah Suvibhushita. For the sake of completeness, I'll teach the second line also. I hope the meaning was clear. Chanting was clear. Vardhamana Grihaischapi, Sarvatah Suvibhushita, well decorated. Grihamukhyai Puri Bhuyo, Grihamukhyai Puri Bhuyo, Babhase Dyaurivambudaihi, Babhase Dyaurivambudaihi. One second, I'll drink some water. Close this water. Let's do line by line. Harika ji asked me.
Ma'am, the next shloka, second line, it's not in Giri book. Can you please
It's not in Giri book.
No.
No.
Ma'am, it is not there. It is not there, ma'am.
Not
No,
in
it is
Gita
there,
Press
it is there.
also, ma'am.
Sorry, not in Gita Press, not Giri book, not in Gita Press.
Not in Gita Press, ma'am.
Yeah.
Please add it, no?
Yeah.
Because it gives you the verb for the next round of Anvaya. Grihamukhyaihi Puri Bhuyo Babhase. That word we know, the point is being repeated, which is probably why Giri book dropped it, but it would have taken from a particular commentary actually. It wouldn't have done it on its own, obviously.
Just for 2 minutes, please pause this thing, ma'am.
I have paused it only. Don't worry.
Thank
you. Grihamukhyaihi Puri Bhuyo Babhase Dyaurivambudaihi. Tomorrow, anyway, the chanting file will be released in there. The text will be there. So anytime you can catch up also. But now, whoever is in class, please take your time and catch up.
Ma'am, this line is there in the 5th shloka, no, ma'am. Gruhi Mukhe Puriram.
Correct. It does repeat, no? That's what I was also thinking. Griha Medai Puri Ramya. It is. Here it is Griha Mukhe Puri Bhuyaha. So because the point is repeated, which is why some of the commentators would have dropped it. There are many versions of the Ramayana, no? So going by one version, whatever is most commonly acceptable, Giri seems to have put. Gita Press seems to have taken from, again, a very commonly accepted one. So there are minor differences between both.
Here
but
it is.
Two are the best. Other versions are there. Sundarakandam from Ramakrishna Math, it's completely different. So if you're following that text, you'll find it difficult. Sorry, did somebody say something?
Yes, ma'am. Here in Gita Press, it says Tam Chitra Malya Bharanam Kapiraja.
Next shloka. It's coming.
Okay.
So if you finished copying, let me go to the meaning. No, today I'm doing like slowly. It's okay. Okay. So let's see the meaning. Prajajvala Puri Lanka Raksho Gana Grihaihi Shubhaihi Sitabhra Sadrishaihi Chitraihi Padmasvastika Samstitaihi. And then Vardhamana Grihaischapi Sarvata Suvibhushita. This is the 3 lines which you are taking for Anvaya. Okay. Suvibhushita, well decorated. What was well decorated? We'll see. Okay. Prajajvala is the verb that we are going to take, and this is in the previous first line of the shloka. Prajajvala, it's shown. Okay. What shown? Tataha, then. Sitabhra Sadrishaihi Chitraihi. Sitabhra Sadrishaihi. Sitabhra refers to, Abhra refers to cloud. Sita refers to white. Sadrisha means like. So like white clouds. What? The houses. The houses were like white clouds. Chitraihi. Chitraihi with many colors. Not just white. but it had many colors also. So with many colors. There are different types of houses which are now going to be mentioned. Padma Swastika Sanstitaihi. Of the nature of Padma and Swastika, I'll explain both. Of the nature of Padma and Swastika, then Shubhaihi, with auspicious, Vardhamana Grihaihi cha api, with Vardhamana houses also. Again, this is another kind of house with Padma, Swastika nature, of the nature of Vardhamana. Okay, Shubhaihi, auspicious. Rakshogana Grihaihi, the houses of the Rakshasas. Sarvataha, everywhere. Suvibhushitaha, well decorated, ornamented. Prajajwala, it was glittering. Okay, now what is this Padma, Swastika, Vardhamana? Okay, let us see that. So, there are 4 kinds of houses as given by Varahamihira. Varahamihira, especially children in our history books, Varahamihira would be a passing reference, one word. Varahamihira was one of the great sages who gave us. Does anybody remember what was his contribution?
Astrology.
Huh?
Astrology.
Astrology, yeah? And Vastu. Okay, all those things he used to write.
Vastu, ma'am.
Vastu. So he gave us this Lakshana. I'll read the Lakshana. Chatushalam, Chaturdwaram, Sarvato Bhadra Sankyakam. So with 4 shalas. Shala means hall. It has 4. The houses are all these 4. There are 3 types of houses mentioned here are Padma, Swastika and Vardhamana. Apart from that, this one which is being mentioned now is called Sarvato Bhadra. Sarvato Bhadra Sangyakam. Sarvato Bhadra has 4 halls. These are all square-shaped houses. Okay, 4 halls and 4 entrances. North, south, east, west. All 4 sides entrances. This is called Sarvato Bhadra. That is not there here. Okay, but apart from that, Paschimadwara Rahitam Nandyavartahvayam. Paschimadwara Rahitam means without Paschimadwara, without the western door. It is called Nandyavarta. That is also not mentioned here. Another name for it is Hayanana, without a western door. That is also not mentioned here. Okay, then what are the other 2 mentioned here?
Padma Swastika.
Sorry? Did you want me to repeat something? Padma Swastika is repeated, yes. Dakshinadwara Rahitam Vardhamanam. Dhanapradam. So Dakshinadwara means without southern door. So it has doors in north, east and west and that is called Vardhamana. So when he said here Vardhamana Grihaischapi, he meant houses which had doors in all directions except south. So Vardhamana Griha. What is the significance of having such a house which has entrance in all directions except south? It gives Dhana, Dhanapradam. So that kind of house was there. Then Pragdvara Rahitam Swastikakyam. Putra Dhanapradam. Prag means east, without an eastern door. So it has a door in the north, south, and the north, south, and the western direction. That is called Swastika. So that kind of house, Swastitakyam. What does it give? Putra and Dhana. It gives wealth and good progeny. And then the 4th type of house, which is not mentioned in the Lakshana, but which is meant to be implied, the one without the northern door. The one without the northern door is Padma. Okay, so these 4 kinds of houses, of these 4 kinds of houses, there were 2 of them here mentioned here, namely Swastika and Vardhamana, and we also impute the meaning of Padma without the northern door. So these houses were there in the main Puri of Lanka. This is the meaning. Bhuvana Bhagini, did you have something to say?
Bhagini, last meaning, one with that northern, one without.
Edukku Padmava.
And the last சொன்னீங்களே about
northern door. Padma without northern. So here we have Padma, Swastika, Vardhamana mentioned. So Swastika is the one without the eastern door. And the one without the northern door, Padma. And then we have Vardhamana, which is the one which is Paschimadwara Rahitam, right? No, that was Satudwaram. Paschimadwara Rahitam, Nandyavartam. Then Dakshinadwara Rahitam, one without southern door, is Vardhamana. So it has door in the other. So without, it is not with. So one without southern door, Vardhamana. One without eastern door, Swastika. One without northern door, Padma. That way we can understand. Okay. Of all these, according to Dharmakota commentary, Dharmakota, like I told, mentioned many times before, talks and aspects of Dharma Shastra. The house which is best, it seems, is Vardhamana, without an entrance in the south. So essentially, your house can have an entrance in north, east, or west. This is what I think you see in Vastu. No, we don't get a house which has a south face, south entrance. We take a house which has a north, east, or west entrance. That kind of house is called Vardhamana. That kind of house is good. That is the best kind of house. Your hand is raised, Rekhaji or Shrestha.
Ma'am, the one without western door, ma'am, what is it called?
That is called Hayanana or Nandyavarta.
Okay.
And Rashmiji, your hand is raised from earlier.
Oh, ma'am, we write this Sarvatobhadra Mandala in Graha Praveshams, no, ma'am?
Correct, correct. Yes, we do. I've seen of this. Then now I realize it is from this only. That all the four auspicious entrances that you have.
That Vastu Purusha, they place it in between and...
Yes, correct, correct. I didn't also realize. I realized this only when I read the Varahamira Sutra. So these four kinds of houses, of these four kinds of houses, three houses, Padma, Swastika, and Vardhamana were present here. Okay. Then we come to the next. So we are here. Yeah,
Five
please be
houses.
on mute. 5 houses are. Yeah, of the 5, 3 are mentioned in the shloka explicitly. Padma, Swastika, and Sarvat and Vardhamana are mentioned explicitly. This is not to say that the other two are not there. Just that these 2 or 3 are mentioned explicitly. That's all. They could be taken as indicative for the other 2 also. Okay. Okay. So next we go to. We start from Griha Mukhya Puri Ramya. Griha Mukhya Puri Puryo. Please be on mute. I'm not able to mute you when I'm having the share screen. Please check if you are on mute. There I found. Okay, let's chant it together. Griha Mukhya Puri Bhuyo Babhase Dyauri Vambudaihi. Okay, let's go to the next shloka and take the Anvaya from there for the next set. Tam Chitramalya Bharanam Tam Chitramalya Bharanam Kapirajahitankaraha Kapirajahitankaraha Raghavartham Charan Shriman Raghavartham Charan Shriman Dadarsha Chanananda Dadarsha Chanananda तां चित्रमाल्याभरणां कपिराजहितङ्करः तां चित्रमाल्याभरणां कपिराजहितङ्करः राघवार्थं चरन् श्रीमान् ददर्श च ननन्द च राघवार्थं चरन् श्रीमान् ददर्श च ननन्द च together. Tam Chitramalya-bharanam Kapirajahitankaraha Raghavartham Charan Shriman Dadarsha Chanananda. Now we see the Anvaya of these 3 shlokas starting from Grihamukhyahi Puri Bhuyaha. Okay, so first is Babhase, one verb, and then we take Dadarsha Chanananda as the 2 other verbs to do the complete Anvaya. Grihamukhyahi Puri Bhuyaha Dyauhu Ambudaihi Iva Babhase. This Grihamukhyahi with great important buildings. Grihamukhya means important buildings. With all these auspicious buildings like Padma, Swastika, Vardhamana, etc. Grihamukhyahi with these buildings. Puri, the Lanka city. Bhuyaha, again. Again he is drawing the comparison. Dyauhu Ambudaihi Iva, like clouds in the dark sky. Like that, Babhase, it's shown. And therefore, what did Hanuman do? Kapiraja Hitankaraha Shriman. Kapiraja Hitankaraha. This word was used to this like second shloka also. One who is desirous of Sugriva's victory. Same, or Sugriva's good. Here also again. Kapiraja Hitankaraha. One who is desirous of his master's victory. Shriman, the one with Shri, the one with Lakshmi Devi's Anugraha. Raghavartham Charan, for the purpose of Raghava, walking around. So he walked around, but Valmiki, did he just say he just walked around? You and I, if we walk around somewhere, we fully walk around, carrying our bags, looking here and there, window shopping, seeing the big buildings, and then opening our mouths wide, taking selfies against the largest building which is there, and generally having a wonderful time as a tourist. But what is Hanuman's attitude? Kapiraja Hitankaraha, working for the good of his king. Raghavartham, for the purpose of Raghava, his great God. Because see, one side there is duty towards the king. Second time there is the second on the second from the second perspective there is a greater duty towards Bhagwan. Right, so that he's having in mind. And then the third and most important thing, he has Lakshmi Devi on his side, Shriman. That is the one that makes all the difference, the multiplier. So Raghavartham Shriman Charan. That Hanuman mood, Valmiki's word usage is so auspicious, is so perfect that nobody can write Ramayana the way he presents it. So the way he walked also in Hanuman, the way he walked in Lanka also, with Shri in his heart, with Raghava in his heart, with devotion to the Lord and duty to the king, he walked in Lanka. So Charan. And what did he do? Chitramalya Bharanam Tam Dadarsha. Chitramalya Bharanam, with colorful garlands, festoons, flags, beautiful decorations. He saw Dadarsha Charananda. Dadarsha, he saw and he felt happy. Why did he feel happy? Like we've discussed this before. The very access to the city gave him joy, because till now, who would have known that in the morning when he was standing facing the ocean, that by nightfall he'll be in his destination and somewhere close to Sita Mata. So that made him happy. He rejoiced for that purpose. Okay. And he knew that he will be able to achieve his goal for his king and for Bhagwan. So he was very happy. So that self-confidence is shown here. Next shloka. Bhavanad bhavanam gachan, bhavanad bhavanam gachan, dadarsha pavanatmajaha, dadarsha pavanatmajaha, vividhakriti rupani, vividhakriti rupani, bhavanani tatastataha, bhavanani tatastataha. Bhavanat bhavanam gachan, dadarsha pavanatmajaha. Bhavanat bhavanam gachan, dadarsha pavanatmajaha. Vividhakriti rupani, bhavanani tatastataha. Vividhakriti rupani, bhavanani tatastataha. Together. Bhavanat bhavanam gachan, dadarsha pavanatmajaha. Vividhakriti rupani, bhavanani tatastataha. Verb dadarsha, he saw. What did he see? Bhavanat bhavanam gachan, moving from mansion to mansion. Bhavanat bhavanam, from mansion to mansion. Gachan, moving, walking. Pavanatmajaha, the son of Vayu. Tatastataha, here and there. Vividhakriti rupani, of different forms. Akriti means construction, the way it is made. Rupa means color, appearance. So of different forms, made in different ways, with different colors, with different appearances. Bhavanani, Dadarsha, he saw many such mansions. So walking from here to there, from mansion to mansion, he saw different kinds of architecture, different kinds of presentation of buildings. That's all, simple meaning. Shushrava madhuram geetam, Shushrava madhuram geetam, Tristhana swara bhushitam, Tristhana swara bhushitam, Tristhana swara bhushitam, Strinam mada samriddhanam, Strinam mada samriddhanam, Divi chapsarasamiva, Divi chapsarasamiva, Shushrava madhuram geetam, त्रिस्थान स्वरभूषितं शुश्राव मधुरं गीतं त्रिस्थान स्वरभूषितं स्त्रीणां मदसमृद्धानां दिवि चाप्सरसामिव स्त्रीणां मदसमृद्धानां दिवि चाप्सरसामिव together शुश्राव मधुरं गीतं त्रिस्थानस्वरभूषितं स्त्रीणां मदसमृद्धानां दिवि चाप्सरसामिव. Now we move back to the sounds that he hears. Divi apsarasam iva. In the heaven. Dyauloka. Divi. In the heavens. Apsarasam iva. Like the celestial nymphs of great beauty, the apsaras. Mada samriddhanam strinam, intoxicated women. The word intoxicated will keep appearing in many sargas going forward from here to describe the women in Lanka. We can choose to understand it in a very base way, thinking that they were intoxicated on wine and they were intoxicated in their love for Ravana and things like that. But if we think a little more deeply, we may also reflect that this intoxication could either mean complete self-absorption in the sense of in their beauty, in their personalities, in what they were doing. So that way intoxicated, completely self-absorbed, completely in their own world, in a negative sense. In a positive sense, we must remember all this happening around an Avatara Purusha, right? Around Rama, correct? So the people associated around Rama Avatara also, why should we think of them as just normal ladies in the harem of Ravana? Why should we think of these people as normal individuals? Maybe they were the celestial nymphs descended in the form of Lanka's trees so that they could have Sankarsha with Rama. And therefore, when we are describing them as intoxicated, we probably mean a higher level of consciousness that they were enjoying. So the word mother, we can take it to mean something very base, or we can take it at a higher plane. The choice is up to us. Okay. So here, Mada Samriddhana, completely intoxicated women. Tristhana Swarabhushitam. I'll explain the meaning and then I'll come to your questions. Tristhana Swarabhushitam. In three sthanas, swaras are produced in the body. Okay. So where are the three sthanas? The throat. Okay. And then we have the this is called the Mandra Sthai, Madhyama Sthai, and the Tara Sthai. We say, no, when we sing. Okay. This is basically low, medium, and high pitch from the chest, throat, and the head. By head, I mean actually the place above the nose. High. It goes up to the head. The air which is being channeled to produce the sound starts from the Nabhi. Okay. The inflection, the vibrations, always we've seen in Lalita Sasam also, Para Pratyakshati Rupa Pashyanti Paradevata. Where does the sound come from? The vibration always comes from the Nabhi. But the vibration might come from the Nabhi, but the deflection of the sound, the inflection in the voice comes at the sthana, the place where the pitch is produced. Where is that? Throat, okay, chest, head. At these three places, the sound is inflected to produce three different levels of pitches of sound. Tristhana Swarabhushitam. Of these three pitches, people were singing basically. Madhuram Geetam, sweet music. Shushrava, he heard. Litlakara, he heard. So who heard? Hanuman heard lilting beautiful music in the three sthanas produced by celestial nymph-like women in Lanka. This is the meaning of this particular shloka. Jayaji, your hand is raised.
Ma'am, if it is a symbolism, don't you agree with me that people with self-absorption and all that, with the entrance of Hanuman, who will take us to Sita, which is the thinking part of it, the manha goes back to Rama, who is the super consciousness. That way also we can see this word. People who are so self-absorbed, how they get taken by Hanuman?
Correct. I agree. What basically Jayaji is trying to convey, I don't know if it's clear to everyone. Even someone, we are all completely in Dehatma Buddhi. We are absorbed in our Deha. And then if we think a little deeply, we think, oh, we are the mind. What am I without the mind? Even when I die, my mind will go. So I am the mind. We don't realize the deeper self. We keep thinking that we are the baser self. So for such people like us also, which are here symbolized by the Mother Samriddhanam Strinam, basically Mother Samrita Striyaha, the comparison here is when Hanuman comes, just like the Guru, when the Guru comes, we are taken out from ignorance to knowledge in the same way. These ladies also symbolize us who are imbued in ignorance, who will one day reach the goal. Namely, when Rama comes to Lanka, then these three also will be emancipated. So that way also. So it's a nice lateral tangent thing. Okay, there are Rachnaji who's shaking her head, was very forcibly saying no. I'll get to you 1 second. I'll ask Shashwata to ask a question and then I'll get to you.
Ma'am, can we take that those women were absorbed in Maya, ma'am? Just like Jaya.
That's what Jayaji was saying. Absorbed in Maya. Exactly. You could take it like that. You could take that they were absorbed in their beauty. So essentially why am I even going like this? Why am I saying this intoxication should not be taken, I mean, need not be taken literally? The reason I am saying this is we find almost an excessive usage of intoxication, of lust, of these kind of verbs, adjectives in the subsequent sargas also. If we choose to keep dwelling on the baser attributes, our mind will also go at that level. If we choose to elevate our mind a little bit and think maybe Valmiki is driving at something more, you may learn something. You may disagree completely and say all this is bunkam. When somebody has present, this is after all only a Sahitya. This is not some Vedanta Prakarana Grantha. Where are you bringing in knowledge and removal of ignorance? It's just Sahitya. Let's enjoy the Sahitya for its beauty. You're perfectly correct in saying that also. Okay, depending on your bent of mind, that is the beauty of Sahitya. You can enjoy Sahitya the way you like. What you like about it, you can choose to appreciate, and what you want to take away from it, you can. Okay, so I hope it answers Rachnaji's objection. No, please present it.
Then if we want to give the benefit of doubt to these intoxicated ladies, then why not extend it to Ravana also? Ravana is also intoxicated.
Completely ego. Ravana, why should we think of him as just the 10-headed Rakshasa? He is a Dasha Indriya, controlled by the mind. So he is us. We are happy Ravanas.
That's true.
That's
But
the truth. The moment you start looking deeper, there is a parallel everywhere, no?
That is always there.
And the reason why I really got to this mother and why I really pointed it out at the very beginning is because, like I said, we see a profusion of it. So, and I would like to have it, like to open people's mind to the thought that, hey, think little more maybe. Remember, always, whenever I see this word mother, no, always to me one word will appear. Divyahala madhodvela helala satchakshurandolana shri samakshipta karnaika neelotpaleshyamale. This was my point where I was stuck in Shamradandakam for a month almost, where I could not accept the fact that Devi is intoxicated. How can Kalidasa call her intoxicated? Then finally some kind of light came at the end of the tunnel that it is not intoxication in the normal sense of the word. Like, I'm sure those of you who are not with me in this discussion will go back to the Shamradandakam video and understand the meaning, because we have a section there explaining this particular phrase in proper detail. So in Shamradandakam learning series, please go and see that. So that is where I realized that these poets use these words which appeal to the baser self. It also appeals to the thinking self. It couches a lot of deeper meanings, which we don't automatically appreciate. So that is the whole reason. You should actually pardon my license in taking it in this direction, because none of the commentators actually go in that direction. They assume that we know to some extent to think more. You know, that level is expected. If you're reading those commentaries, they expect you to not have a base mind. So automatically they expect you to think more. So I'm trying to actually probably understand the Kavi Hridaya here and trying to interpret. Okay, so, but I'm so happy we had this discussion, because this is going to come later also. Right? Any other questions on this we can take and move forward.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
1 minute, ma'am. Ma'am, there's a book called Ramayana and Anatomy and Physiology by one doctor who's a Lebanese doctor. If we read through that, he takes us through and through. From when I read that book and when I first went through the shloka which you're explaining, it immediately struck that the entire thinking process is.
The title of the book in the WhatsApp group. No? Take a pic of the outside title and send it.
Yeah, I will. I will.
Thank you. There is a book also called Secrets of the Ramayana. Radhika Pant, I think, is the author. And I found that also quite interesting. Draws a lot of parallels between the obvious one about Ravana that I just said and Sita, and every character in Ramayana is taken and analyzed. That's also a very nice read. In fact, I was thinking after finishing every Sarga, should I share the chapter extract from that? And then I thought, let me not confuse everyone. Let me stick to this itself. Many people are saying is like a lot of meaning, lot of things, lot of chanting. So when there's a lot of too many things to process, let me not add to the confusion. But if anybody is particularly interested, ask me. I will try to scan and share, at least for the chapters that we are doing. Okay, so now we move forward. Shushravakanchinidam, Shushravakanchinidam, Nupuranam cha nisvanam, Nupuranam cha nisvanam, Sopananinadanschaiva, Sopananinadanschaiva, Bhavaneshu Mahatmanam, Bhavaneshu Mahatmanam, Shushravakanchinidam, Nupuranam cha nisvanam, Shushravakanchinidam, Nupuranam cha nisvanam, Sopananinadanschaiva, Bhavaneshu Mahatmanam, Sopananinadanschaiva, Bhavaneshu Mahatmanam. Let's take the next shloka also. Aspotita ninadanscha. Was it aspotita? It is aspotita. Please correct here. I should correct here. Keep it in Gita Press as it is in Gita Press. Aspotita ninadanscha, Kshvelitanscha tatastataha, Kshvelitanscha, Kshvelitanscha tatastataha, Shushravajpatam tatra, Shushravajpatam tatra, Mantran raksho gृहेषु vai, Mantran raksho gृहेषु vai. Line by line. Aspotita ninadanscha, Kshvelitanscha tatastataha, Shushravajpatam tatra, Mantran raksho gृहेषु vai, Shushravajpatam tatra, Mantran raksho gृहेषु vai. Let's take the 11th shloka, chant it together. Shushravakanchinidam, Nupuranam cha nisvanam, Sopananinadanschaiva, Bhavaneshu Mahatmanam, Aspotita ninadanscha, Kshvelitanscha tatastataha, Shushravajpatam tatra, Mantran raksho gृहेषु vai. Let's see 3 lines. Shushravakanchinidam, Nupuranam cha nisvanam, Sopananinadanschaiva, Bhavaneshu Mahatmanam. And the first line, Aspotita ninadanscha, Kshvelitanscha tatastataha. Okay, and we should add the word Shushrava as the verb. Okay, Shushrava, he heard. What did he hear? He just heard music. Now he's hearing more sounds. Mahatmanam, of great people. Bhavaneshu, in their mansions. So in the mansions of great people, namely ministers of Ravana, generals, commanders of his army, all the important people's mansions. What did he hear? Kanchi ninadam nupuranam. Nisvanam. Kanchi ninadam. Kanchi refers to the Kati Bhaga, the waist belt. The bells which are jingling at the waist belt. Kanchi ninadam. The sounds of the bells at the waist belt. Nupuranam. Anklets. Of the anklets. Nisvanam. So there are many beautiful ladies wearing lovely jangling jewelry. And what are they doing? Sopana ninadan. They are climbing up the steps of these great mansions. You should imagine all these waif-like beautiful damsels wearing bell-studded waist belts and anklets. and then screaming up the staircases. Where chaiva. So these and aspotita ninadanscha. Sounds of clapping. Aspotana, clapping. Sounds of clapping. It could also mean people clapping each other on the back, hitting each other, friendly wrestling bouts, things like those. Kshvelitanscha, of people, kshvelitanscha ninadanscha, of people enjoying themselves. And sounds of people joking, laughing, clapping, raucously laughing, enjoying themselves. Tatastataha shushrava. Here and there, he heard. So thus we see Lanka prosperity with beautiful women singing in, the three sthayis, very beautiful, wearing beautiful ornaments, climbing up the stairs, making all these sounds of raucous laughter, sounds of people clapping, wrestling bouts. So it's a very active nightlife in the city. At the same time, in contrast, we see the next three lines. We've already seen Shushrava Japatam Tatra Mantran Raksho Gruheshu Vai. We will learn the next shloka and do the Anvaya with that. Swadhyaya Niratanschaiva Swadhyaya Niratanschaiva Yatu Dhanan Dadarshyasaha Yatu Dhanan Dadarshyasaha Ravanastava Sayyuktan Ravanastava Sayyuktan Ravanastava. Okay, Ravanastava Sayyuktan Garjato Rakshasanapi Garjato Rakshasanapi Swadhyaya Niratanschaiva Yatu Dhanan Dadarshyasaha Swadhyaya Niratanschaiva Yatu Dhanan Dadarshyasaha Ravanastava Sayyuktan Garjato Rakshasanapi Ravanastava Sayyuktan Garjato Rakshasanapi. Together. Swadhyaya Niratanschaiva Yatu Dhanan Dadarshyasaha Ravanastava Sayyuktan Garjato Rakshasanapi. All the three lines we take for Anvaya. Sushrava Japatam Tatra Mantran Raksho Gruheshu Vai Swadhyaya Niratanschaiva Yatu Dhanan Dadarshyasaha Ravanastava Sayyuktan Garjato Rakshasan Api. So the verb here is Dadarsha, taken from the first line of this 13th shloka. Dadarsha, he saw. Who saw? Hanuman saw. Tatra, there. Raksho Gruheshu, from the previous shloka, last line. Raksho Gruheshu, in the houses of the Rakshasas. Saptami Vibhakti Bahuvachanam, in the houses of the Rakshasas. Japatan Mantran Shushrava. He heard people who were chanting mantras. Okay, people chanting mantras. Then, Saha Hanuman, Swadhyaya Niratan Yatu Dhanan. Yatu Dhana refers to Rakshasa. Okay, Nairita, Yatu Dhana, Nishachara, these are all words for Rakshasa. Yatu Dhana refers to Rakshasa. Swadhyaya Niratan Yatu Dhanan. People who are engaged in self-study. Self-study does not mean studying by oneself, but studying of the self. One who is engaged in studying the self. So basically, one who is engaged in self-inquiry. Swadhyaya Niratanschaiva. This statement is not mine. Swami Dayanand Saraswati used to make this statement. Swadhyaya does not refer to studying by the self. It does not mean taking the Bhagavad Gita and studying on your own. It means Swadhyaya refers to study of the self. Okay, so my Guruji also used to say this. Omkarananda, Pujya Shri Swami Omkarananda ji also used to say Swadhyaya means studying the self. Swadhyaya Niratan, ones who are engrossed in studying the self, the darshan. And also at one end, Ravanastava Sayyukta, those who are engaged in singing the praises of Ravana. Garjataha Rakshasanapi, however they're singing the praises now, mantras of Vedas and all will be chanted nicely. Japa will be done. Swadhyaya will be done silently. What was done loudly? Ravana's praise. Garjataha. Loudly they were shouting the praises of Ravana. Rakshasanapi, Etadasha Rakshasanapi. These kind of Rakshasahapi. These kind of Rakshasas also, the Darsha, he saw. Who saw? Hanuman saw. So there's a big contrast here. In a place which is completely materialistic, namely Lanka, ruled by a king who is completely egoistic, namely Ravana. Why were people chanting the Vedas? The commentators actually discuss this point. Who is an adhikari to study the Vedas? Does anyone know? Who can study the Vedas?
Who can study them?
Sorry? Tell me.
Brahmanas, ma'am. Brahmanas.
Brahmanas can study, but when Brahmanas study the Vedas, there are Brahmanas among the Rakshasas also. Ravana himself was one. Correct? There are Brahmanas among the Rakshasas also. The Varnashrama system exists there also. So there are Kshatriyas, there are Brahmanas, there are Shudras, okay, Vaishyas, everyone. So Brahmanas can study, but they are Rakshasas. So why are they studying the Vedas? Are they studying for the purpose of moksha? They are studying for dharma, artha, kama. Vedas can be studied. Actually, when I asked the question, who is eligible to study the Vedas? The answer is actually everybody is eligible to study the Vedas who wants dharma, artha, kama and moksha. But the beauty of studying the Vedas is, even if you study it for dharma, artha or kama, it will lead you to moksha at some point in time. It is the avantara phala. It is the unexpected result of studying the Vedas. Now, in this case, they were loudly playing, clapping, singing, enjoying themselves on one end. On the other end, they were chanting the Vedas, which is why Lanka was very prosperous, says the Bhushnakara. Bhushnakara. He says, because of this Veda chanting only, Ravana had so much power, because by chanting the Vedas only the society exists. The mula or the root for preserving dharma is the Veda. So by chanting the Vedas, the society is very popular, is very prosperous. Okay, so that is the point made by Bhushnakara. It grants all the Purusharthas. So the Vedas will reach. Okay, I hope the meaning is clear. I'm moving forward. Rekha, your hand is raised for some reason.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, the previous line, that is Raksho Gruheshu. Is it not Raksho Gruheshu, ma'am? Is it
No, Raksho Gruheshu, in the book also it's there.
the houses of Rakshasas, no, ma'am?
Correct. Raksho Gruheshu.
Here, Raksha doesn't mean the other way, ma'am. Protection, not like that.
No. There is a samasa happening here. So the way it is said is Rakshasanam Graha Raksho Graha. There is a pratyaya by which the A gets elided and gets deleted and it becomes Raksha. Raksha Graha. So it is allowed.
Thank you.
Yeah. The main commentaries have it as Raksha Griheshu also. So we don't have to worry whether Giri book is right or not. Okay. So next we go to 14th. Rajamargam samavritya Rajamargam samavritya Sthitam raksho balam mahat Sthitam raksho balam mahat Dadarsha madhyame gulme Dadarsha madhyame gulme Ravanasya charan bahun Ravanasya charan bahun Line by line. Rajamargam samavritya Sthitam raksho balam mahat Rajamargam samavritya Sthitam raksho balam mahat Dadarsha madhyame gulme Ravanasya charan bahun Dadarsha madhyame gulme Ravanasya charan bahun. Okay, so let's see the together. Rajamargam samavritya Sthitam raksho balam mahat Dadarsha madhyame gulme Ravanasya charan bahun. Here also see it's raksho balam, not rakshasa balam. Basically it means rakshasaram balam. Okay, so madhyame gulme, Gulma city, in the middle of the city. Now again we come back to security. Rajamargam samavritya, surrounding the main roads. Sthitam, situated. Mahat rakshobalam, a mighty Rakshasa army. Ravanasya bahun charan, Ravana's many spies. Chara refers to spies. Spy. So many spies of Ravana. Dadarsha, Hanuman saw. So now he's seeing the heavily fortified city of Lanka secured very strongly inside also. The main roads were surrounded by police forces, main roads were surrounded by spies, so that nobody can pass through the city undetected. And Ravana will come to know of your existence. Now these next 3 shlokas we have to do Anvaya together, and due to lack of time today we will stop here because till 19 it will go. So we will do this in the next session. Let's stop here and chant the concluding shlokas. We can stop.